if there would be like an option for a custom feat to work with the idea that you're going with here. Like, I'm not
I don't
super married to a feature right now.
I'm not. That's the thing. I didn't have anything in mind. I was just wondering because it would make sense to me that this is like a narrative story beat of you earning your level, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if your sister's memory would give you mobile. But also gaining extra attack is pointless because it doesn't stack. Okay, what's the next Titan feature? What's the next Samurai feature? What's the next next one for both of us? What if we just? I'm not saying we actually skip a level when you level up, but for this purpose,
For the purpose of doing something
elegant courtier.
like what? Efficiency and
Persuasion checks equal to your wisdom, and you get wisdom saves. Okay, what's Titan? It's not bad, but I just don't know if it's the most narratively fitting. I can see it. It's not like an F, but I think it's like a C plus or a B minus. Now, what does Titan have? 6th level, Adaptive Protector. Okay, wait, hold on now. You choose 2 of the following damage types. List. You can use your Valiant Protector to reduce the damage a creature takes when the damage is one of your chosen damage types, in addition to bludgeoning. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize your Valiant Protector only procs off of physical damage.
Yeah,
I know that.
Anytime
I don't think
it has been partially physical, partially not, though.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay.
I was paying.
I like that one, though. I feel like that one is more fitting.
It's a couple levels down the line.
It's a couple levels down the line, so... Okay. No, I think Samurai is pretty untouched. Aside from, like, one major tweak. Okay, so tell you what. Roll me... Roll me a charisma check. This time you gain advantage as opposed to our imposed disadvantage.
Okay. Is there anything I could add into this?
Guidance, I guess, is a pretty easy one.
I can't double prop if we're not proficient.
No. Yeah, this is definitely not a specific skill.
That's specific saves. Would be able to use like bulwark or no, doesn't make sense.
I'll let you add a +2 for expending a fighting spirit.
A +2. Oh wait.
Advantage. Yeah.
That's really it, isn't it?
Well, guidance.
Oh yeah. I have that calculated.
Actually, I'll roll one thing real fast.
Real quick, see if she gets a 20. That's pretty good.
Fine, you can have one of Eva's bardics. She's becoming a better person, I guess. Entirely because of Aurelia, who's also the person giving you guidance.
Thank you. Does Roma have any Scaldics I can steal? Put his fingers together.
I have one.
No, he's to be fair, not really involving.
Yeah,
them.
no.
So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to.
No,
I have one last trick up my sleeve, but we'll see if you need it.
If you need it, it's there, but...
I'll see if I need it.
Okay.
2 nat ones.
Oh, yeah. I don't need it, thank you though.
Ooh,
okay, that means Mercer can keep his Flash of Genius. Sweet.
Yeah. The Bardic rolled like garbage, but I also got a natural 20.
Okay. So, I'll give you this. Mechanical. We'll start with the mechanics and we'll go into the narrative. Until you actually get the Adaptive Protector feature, actually pick up the whole thing itself, you can pick one of the damage types, and you can do that ability, that extended, like improved Valiant Protector with that damage type. And then once you pick up the actual Adaptive Protector, you pick up the second one, because it's choose 2, so you choose 1 now.
Okay. So it picks 1 now, and then...
And you pick up another one when you pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Literal gradient leveling.
Good. back up. Okay, I will look at that.
Yep. It's like it's the usual elemental. Yeah. Mechanic, that's what happens. You write your sister's name in the book. The Grimoire.
Definitely not evil book.
I don't know if you guys think Haley's evil.
He's just a child. Come on.
And we have a lot of different variants of her token.
Why do you have so many different, like...
They all came from one artist, and this was like their main piece for like this last month. So it was great. It's great. You write down your sister's name into the book. The full name, I do have to specify. It does have to be the whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty. Anyways, as you write it down, you see similar to maybe not similar, but not too dissimilar from when Haley was conjuring images. A form coalesce behind her. Vaguely, it looks like your sister. Although different from the pale blue energy that Haley summoned, this one is more like a pale yellow. Sort of like the campfire light layer here. And then, no, it's featureless. It has the silhouette of your sister standing behind Haley. And she turns around and is like, oh. And the rest of you guys see this too. It's not only him. You guys do see this shape appear.
Golden ghost kind of thing.
It does, from its silhouette, seem armored, armed, geared, but again, detailless and featureless. Almost like a golden mist cloud in the shape of a humanoid. It gives you a nod. And then dissipates. And you feel that energy as it dissipates flow. I guess you might visually be able to see it as well, flow towards and into you.
Kind of like looks down at kind of his hands, but we'll see the energy as it just absorbs into his body.
So I will say there's one caveat on this. Haley needs to maintain the name in her book. That being said, she doesn't have like only 7 slots or whatever. She technically has like a whole page. Yeah, just so you know.
Right. He's just stunned.
It actually worked. Well, I guess it makes sense. I could feel you put your heart into it.
After a beat or two after that sentence. Thank you.
Are you okay? Irene puts a hand on your shoulder.
Just a lot of... He puts his hand, like, I guess on top of her hand. She has a physical enough form to do that.
Yeah, she's physical right now.
Most of it is happy. Glad that worked.
As am I. You're welcome.
Anyways.
Jin, you hear Caradoc call out to you from the campfire. She has a strong-sounding name, your sister. Warrior?
Oh,
right.
Absolutely.
He did say it.
He said it under his breath. In Celestial.
Well, he's the only other person that knows Celestial.
Yeah, exactly. So he would know. Yes. He'll use that as an excuse to walk away from over here. It's just like, if I stand there longer, I'm going to start crying.
Huh.
One of the strongest persons I know. Is. I'm gonna go with this.
Something we have in common.
I will say one other thing.
Yes.
Your Kanabo does feel, not significantly, but slightly lighter. So this is progress on your dual wielding tract.
You're slowly becoming cooler and stronger and cooler.
Gradient leveling, baby.
Hell yeah.
I think he'll after like, I don't know, 20 minutes of contemplation and trying to figure out what the hell just happened, but also kind of knowing what the hell just happened. He'll spend the rest of the night practicing. Cannot.
Fair enough. If you want training, Declan will train with you. He
Oh,
is
hell
a
yeah.
knight prospect / former knight, so
He knows what he's about. Knows what he's up to.
get your wilder ass out of here. There you go.
He would be honored and pleasured at the
Hmm.
assistance.
Oh, I bet he would.
I want to turn you into soup.
I'm single. Close the helmet.
I'm not. To clarify, I am not.
So, with Irina conversing on esoteric magics in the background, Jin training with Declan, what are the rest of you guys doing, if anything?
Would you say it's very gloomy here?
Yes.
Dark, gloomy?
As dark as this place can manage, yes. There is like a, not bioluminescence, because it makes it sound like there's like algae or some shit around, but the place does always carry like this sort of faint glow. Like dim existence sort of glow. It's like fucking being a summon in Dark Souls where you just have like this like permeation like, ever about you. Yeah, something like that. So the place is never dark, for better or worse, aside from obviously certain blight breath zones and things like that. But yeah, it's gloomy.
Okay. I think Falk is constantly like putting his like cupping both his hands over his eyes, and then
Mhm.
like almost like playing peekaboo with the fire, turning this way, doing it again.
Okay.
At one point, he like puts his hat over his face, and then puts it back on his head, and he turns to turns to you, Caradoc, if you're there,
Yeah.
and he says, "I think I could see in the dark."
You what?
I could see in the
You can see
dark.
How?
I don't know. I do though, because
Why?
I never realized
You get dark vision from Parasite.
you do, but you get it from this. I forgot that I increased my intelligence modifier with my last ASI. So
Oh, you
I've
got
just been rocking
5 of these,
3
right?
bullet points as opposed to 4.
Oh, right, for you. So you just grab dark vision right now?
With your blessing. We're about to take a long rest
Yes.
anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. I appreciate the answer, the confirmation. So yeah, you've gained the ability to see in the dark better than now. Dolly can never fucking do that shit again. Of like, oh, I can see better than you can.
No! That's it.
Womp womp, my
She
dude.
doesn't even know. She's sitting over there. She doesn't even know.
She has her AirPods in. Oh,
AirPod. More like mud pods.
That shit without saying the dogs here. I can only assume, Caradoc, that in this dark and gloomy, mostly dark and gloomy place, the Emperor even now has granted me the gift of sight.
based.
Based.
It seems to do a lot for you, your emperor.
Oh yeah, he's the Emperor. He protects.
Karak
Even
nodding along, yes.
Even a dreg like me. Look over
Must
at
be a very
Elvis,
noble
nod.
sort.
The Emperor?
Yes.
I understand if you interpret this as bias, but he's the noblest. All we do.
I wonder what the point of comparison could even be. Irrelevant. Well, I'm happy for you, folk.
Was that you? Karak can't think of a point of comparison.
Yeah, he thinks about it and is like, it's probably irrelevant. He says as much and then says, I'm happy for you.
I can think of quite a few points of. Never mind. Never mind. I've made that mistake before. Well, I guess if we find ourselves in the dark, I will help guide the way.
How fitting for a pathfinder.
Handy for a pathfinder. I'm a better pathfinder than most who can see in the dark. He does a thing really points in Dahlia's direction.
Can't even hear you. Hear you from over there in the corridor.
I do have something for her, so it depends on what she's doing at this point, but either way, she's ignoring you, even if she can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly because I didn't hear what you said, so.
But that's it for Folk.
Roger. What other day? I see you.
Well, I've got something.
What you got?
Abandoning her hole temporarily, she'll go over to Mercer and I guess these two by extension.
You hear Aurelia and Eva talking about everything. This is like the first night since Nimbles' information. So the two of them are not playing catch up because they're not catching up on anything, but just talking about it. And you can tell that Eva has a certain openness now that wasn't there even back at the Vestal Grove tournament. Call it acceptance. Or maybe not.
Nothing else? Okay. Well, Dahlia won't interrupt them. She will go to Mercer. But she'll come up. I know we said we were gonna drop the whole thing about the fog, but
I didn't say to drop anything.
Great. Do you think it's worth experimenting on? Trying out things? Like, if I get those done in time, I think you and I could figure out a safe way to try and figure out what's going on with it.
The only person who has the answer to that is going to be you. Technology isn't a singular line. It has different purposes, different uses, different ways to research it. So the real question is, what are you looking to get out of this? There's always going to be people that experiment on things for combat and war. Nearly every technology finds its way to war in one respect or another. Not saying that's a bad thing, but I think there's plenty of people that do it as is. So, it's up to you. You think it's going to help us in our adventure? Be my guest. I'm here as a defensive specialist, not as a researcher diplomat right now. So, I ain't gonna be helping you if that's what you're wondering. My hand's busy with this one. Throws a thumb at Aurelia. Hey! Just in. That's my job right now. Fair enough. But you could relax for at least an evening. No. I can't fault him for that. But I can. She slapped his leg. Come on, Dada.
Well, I'm not going to get anywhere until I get these done, so I guess I'll start there.
I will tell you this, I'm not putting your deaf gas inside the bag of holding.
That's fine. I can hold it myself.
Mercer thinks for a second.
And she'll go back.
Mercer has big brain idea right now. If you guys need to sneak into the fort where that unknown hulking monster is, but one of you guys or multiple of you guys suck at sneaking, just put him in the bag of holding and then pull them out pull them out when you're in.
Just put them in the bag.
Let's
Just put them in the bag.
Wait, how much
As long
weight
as you
does
guys
it have?
aren't like over. Yeah, as long as you guys are like punching past the weight limit. I think it's like 500 pounds.
It's a body bag.
In a certain way, it is. Yeah.
3 people with disadvantage on stealth, but we probably would.
Well, Karadok doesn't have his armor right now, so technically he doesn't have disadvantage. He just sucks at it.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, at least he doesn't
I
suck at
actually
disadvantage.
I actually have a +1 to my stealth. I'll have you.
Oh,
know.
okay,
No.
okay. Yo, what's up, my lock picker? How's it going?
Hey guys, has anyone seen Caradoc? He's too sneaky. I haven't seen him.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the scale, I got a 4.
Yeah.
4. At least it's not a negative. I mean, it's disadvantage, but
It's a flat 0. We'll take a 0.
We take those.
You know, out of all of the people to be put in a bag as well, I think Jin and I can hold our breath the longest.
Yeah, with your cons, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Declan, I think, has a solid con as well. So yeah, all the people that you would want to put in there can hold their breath the longest. Excellent.
Excellent.
So back to Dahlia. How exactly do you go about setting up this kiln? Firewood isn't a plenty now that you want to go wandering, which I wouldn't advise for obvious reasons. And also, you would need a lot of firewood to get this roasted. So how do you go about doing that? You could bust
yeah,
out
I don't know. At
magic.
this point,
You could bust out magic, but you would just need someone to continuously be casting that sort of magic.
hey, Caradoc.
Hello, Dahlia.
Are you busy?
Not right now.
I don't think it's the best idea to go out getting firewood and such. You wouldn't have any. She like twiddles her fingers. Magic that could replicate fire to help with that project over there.
Fire, not so much. Radiance. Some necrotic. But fire. I have a bit of an aversion to it, I'm afraid.
Oh, no.
An aversion to it?
You recall Gareth, no doubt.
Not.
I could hope.
Right.
You need to start a fire.
I need to keep a fire burning for a long time, but if I'm gonna be getting firewood, I'm gonna have to go out there and with how the fog behaves, I don't know if this is even worth it anymore. If nothing acts how it's supposed to, or how we think it's supposed to, however you want to say it, I don't know if I have enough time to look into all this,
Is something wrong with this one?
or enough resources. I don't imagine, like, would it work to just put it in the campfire?
No.
She
Like
shakes her
to
head.
pit, like kilns need to go way hotter than a normal campfire.
Mm-hmm.
You need to like fucking blast. I mean, they literally call it a blast furnace at times, right? You need to fucking cook it for a long period of time. That's why you can't just toss it on a fire.
And to my understanding, the great thing about pit kilns is that the earth helps insulate it and keep that temperature in and keep it building.
You trap it.
Yeah, it'd still take time and firewood, regardless.
Mhm.
I guess you technically could use the campfire. You guys would just need to be here for like the whole day, like 24 hours. But I don't imagine you guys want to
Not
do that.
unless
so
we're
I don't
planning on
pitch it.
spending an entire day here. It's not going to work.
What are you even trying to do?
That's why I needed a hole. I'm trying to make these containers out of the mud because I don't know how to shape wood. I don't think anyone has tools to do that.
No.
Afraid not.
So I was trying to make some kind of shitty pottery, but it's not gonna be worth it, I don't think.
Wait,
Well, thank y'all anyway.
Mhm.
Waiting.
is this the one fucking time this feature is relevant? Oh my god, wait.
We love features that become relevant in one specific instance.
Dahlia,
Yeah?
would you know how to use wood carving tools? If you had them.
No.
I have some proficiency with them as well, but I'm not volunteering for anything. Mr. Chuckle's like, volunteering for shit. Lol. I wouldn't Chuckle so soon, Marcel. Huh? She smiles, and you see a glint of mischief that oftentimes is malicious mischief from Eva, but it's interesting seeing similar in Aurelia. If I recall correctly, you are the one that says you'll never have your tools. Yeah, my tools. She stares at him. No, I'm not volunteering for anything. We just covered this. I'm volunteering you. You're not my boss. Do you really want me to make this entire journey that much harder for you to defend me? That's your life you're playing with. She gestures at you, Dahlia. We are a team, Messa. It's all our lives we're playing with. Oh. You sure you don't want to be head of your house? You're a pretty good politician. I learned for the best. So what, you're gonna help her with this? Someone will. He rolls his eyes. Fine. Pain in my ass. Give me a bit. So, funny thing. I thought this this feature is absolutely pointless. Artificers have a third level feature called the right tool for the job, in which they can magically create a set of tools over the course of an hour. I think it's fucking pointless because what if if you need a set of tools, then you would have them on you already. But for an NPC to have it is good to help with player storylines. So here we are.
Fuck yeah. Here we are.
Here, Mercer grumbling the entire time, like, this fucking wasting my talent.
Very.
Oh, really gives you a conspiratorial wink.
I think Dahlia just smiles in appreciation, but like side eyes Mercer. Like, I don't know if I thank him, is that a bad idea? If I don't say anything, is that a bad idea? So she says nothing.
Fair enough. Over the course of an hour, which at this point, like a good amount of time has passed for you guys throughout this evening, he does eventually produce a set of artisan tools, which can be any artisan tools. So thusly, it could be wood carver's tools.
Fuck yeah.
Walks over, holds it out bluntly. Yeah, here's your fucking tools.
Thank you, Cam.
Don't be thinking me. Think this one over here. He swats at her head. Ow! Combat data. I didn't even attack you! Well, good, because there's gonna be a lot of things attacking you. She harums. You did deserve that one, sister. You'll have to be on his side. Never mind, then.
Never mind. Carol claps as well.
So, You, well, funny you mentioned that, Garth. Hey, at least he's that. That'll be something for later. They're teaching right now. They're no lesson.
Her and Nova would get along great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if somehow Nova meets Haley, then people are doomed.
It's all over.
It's gonna be all pranks and teasing and matchmaking. Hell or heaven, depending on your disposition on it.
Acceptance is the path to stillness.
So, Aurelia isn't proficient in it, and neither is Eva, but they both have Jack of all trades.
Okay.
That being said, Eva isn't going to spend her time helping you. She has other things she wants to do. Aurelia